Alexander of Macedon. The name still echoes through the ages, synonymous with military genius and relentless ambition. Born in the northern Greek kingdom of Macedon, Alexander inherited a powerful army and a vision of a world united under his rule. At the age of 20, he embarked on a campaign that would change the course of history, leading his armies across the Hellespont and into the heart of the mighty Persian Empire. Alexander's was an army forged in the fires of his father Philip II's reforms. Disciplined, well-equipped, and fiercely loyal, the Macedonian army was a force unlike any the world had seen. His conquest would stretch from Greece to India, toppling empires and redrawing the map of the known world. The Persian Empire, ruled by Darius III, was rich in resources but beset by internal divisions. In 334 BC, Alexander crossed the Hellespont and landed in Asia Minor. Their first major encounter with the Persians came at the Granicus River.
Charge, companion cavalry with me.
The Battle of Granicus was a resounding victory for Alexander. After Granicus, Alexander continued his eastward march, liberating Greek city-states along the Ionian coast. Darius III, finally grasping the threat posed by this young Macedonian king, assembled a massive army to crush the invaders. The two forces finally met in 333 BC at Issus, a narrow coastal plain in southern Anatolia. Darius, confident in his numerical superiority, had chosen the battlefield, believing the constricted terrain would negate the Macedonian cavalry's advantage.
Steady men, hold the line, phalanx, advance.
Alexander, outnumbered but not outmaneuvered, saw an opportunity in the Persian deployment. Darius, witnessing the destruction of his left wing and the relentless advance of the Macedonian phalanx, panicked and fled the battlefield. The victory at Issus sent shockwaves through the Persian Empire. Darius, his army shattered, fled east, leaving much of his treasury and family in Alexander's hands.
Instead of pursuing Darius immediately, I turned south, aiming to neutralize the Persian Navy's bases and secure our logistical lines.
His advance brought him to Tyre, an island city off the coast of Phoenicia, renowned for its wealth and maritime power. Confident in its impregnable defenses, Tyre refused to surrender to Alexander.
What followed was one of the most impressive sieges in ancient history, lasting 7 grueling months.
After a relentless bombardment, a breach was created, and the Macedonian army stormed the city, taking it by storm. The capture of Tyre crippled the Persian navy, securing Alexander's control of the eastern Mediterranean. After securing his southern flank, Alexander resumed his pursuit of Darius, who had raised a new, larger army.
The two forces clashed in 331 BC at Gaugamela, near modern-day Mosul, Iraq.
The Battle of Gaugamela was Alexander's greatest military triumph. Outnumbered, Alexander relied on his tactical genius and the courage of his troops.
He deployed a flexible line to counter the Persian chariots' charges.
The battle began with a Persian chariot assault. Alexander ordered his infantry to open ranks, allowing the chariots to pass through harmlessly. The Battle of Gaugamela marked the end of the Persian Empire as a major power. Darius once again fled the battlefield, only to be murdered by his own generals.
Now the undisputed master of Persia, I continued my eastward march, my ambition seemingly limitless. We conquered Babylon, Susa, and Persepolis, the Persian capitals, adding their vast wealth to our own.
He then turned his attention east, towards Bactria and Sogdiana, pursuing the remnants of the Persian army and seeking to reach the ends of the earth.
Alexander's campaigns in Central Asia were long and grueling, testing the limits of his army's endurance. In 326 BC, he reached the Indus River, the easternmost limit of the Persian Empire.
Porus was defeated and captured, but I was impressed by his courage and treated him with respect, reinstating him as a satrap.
Exhausted by years of campaigning and facing growing discontent among his troops, Alexander was forced to turn back. He died in Babylon in 323 BC, at the age of 32. His empire, vast but fragile, was divided amongst his generals, the Diadochi, who fought amongst themselves for control of Alexander's legacy. Though his empire did not long survive him, Alexander's impact on history was profound and lasting. He had shattered the old order, bringing an end to the Persian Empire and redrawing the map of the ancient world. He had opened up the East to Greek culture and ideas, ushering in the Hellenistic Age, a period of cultural exchange and intellectual ferment. But it is as a military commander that Alexander's legacy shines brightest. His legacy, like his name, continues to echo through the ages, a testament to the enduring power of a life lived on an epic scale.